Hey guys, hey book buddies, it's Jessie. Welcome back to my channel. And this is a new video concept, and by the title, you know what it is. So today we are reacting to October's Book of the Month picks, and I'll put a screenshot up here of like the teaser we got in like the ending of September, and it says, "Readers beware, creepy things are coming," with like a pitchfork with like a claw at the end, a 3-clawed with like blue flames in the background. And it's spooky season, so I'm guessing like thrillers and horror books are gonna be the picks. Maybe like a random historical fiction and like maybe like a dark romance book. That's what I'm thinking. I'm also thinking that maybe the sequel to the X-Hex, which is The Kiss Curse by Aaron Sterling, I'm kind of thinking that's gonna be one of the picks, which is kind of, I'm hoping, because it's been out for a while and I'm like, I waited. I'm hoping Book of the Month has that as an option because that's where I wanted to get it from. Besides the new concept of this video, I'm in a different corner of my house. I'm literally in the corner of my living room. The window's right here. I wanted some natural light, so that's what we got. And in the celebration of Spooky Month, I am wearing Scream. No, you hang up first. I love this. I got it from like, I think, Redbubble. Yeah. Sorry if you hear that sound in the background. It's my cat's toy and he's playing with it. Okay, we are screen recording. Okay, I'm like nervous, but I'm excited. Okay. What is 2 months pick? 2 months? What is this month's pick? Oh, I had to sign it. Okay, I don't know. I don't remember my password. Shoot. I'm logging in. Ooh, okay. First book we have here. Am I still recording? Yes, okay. Sign Here by Claudia Lux. It's a paranormal fiction, okay. Ooh, it's a debut. Quick take. Paito Trip has a job from hell, literally. But this spooky season, he could be due for a devilishly big promotion. Oh wow, it's 400 pages plus. Laugh out loud. Unreliable narrator. Who done it? I'm gonna say Paito. Tripp has a pretty good gig in the deals department on the 5th floor of hell. Sure, none of the pens work. The coffee machine has been out of order for a century, and the only drink on offer is Jägermeister, but Pei has a plan, and all he needs is one last member of the Harrison family to sell their soul. Oh, damn, okay. When the Harrisons retreat to the family lake house for the summer with their daughter Mickey's precious new friend Ruth in tow, the opportunity Pei has waited a millennial for might finally be in his grasp. And with the help of his charismatic co-worker Calamity, he sets a plan in motion, but things aren't always as they seem, on Earth or in hell, and as old secrets and new dangers scrape away at the Harrison's shiny surface, revealing the darkness beneath, everyone must face the consequences of their choices. Okay. So the next one we have is a fantasy, and it's called Thistlefoot. It's another debut by Jenna Rose Nethercott. Quick take. House on chicken legs plus girl who can bring inanimated objects to life plus prophecy foretold adds up to a perfect fantasy. Good to know. 400 pages plus. Dang. Okay, so another big book. LGBTQ themed, magical, based on it's based on a classic. Okay. Synopsis. Yaga siblings Bellaton, a young woodworker, and Isaac, a wayfaring street performer and a con artist, has been estranged since childhood, separated both by resentment and wide smiles of American highway. But when they learn that they are to receive a mysterious inheritance, the siblings are reunited, only to discover that their bequest isn't land or money, but something far stranger, and a sentiment house on chicken legs. What? Thistlefoot, the house is called, has arrived from the Yaga's ancestral home in Russia. But not alone. A sinister figure known only as the Long Shadow Man has tracked it to American shores, bearing with him violent secrets from the past, fiery memories that have been hidden in Isaac and Bellatin's blood for generations. As the Yaga siblings embark with Thistlefoot on a final cross-country tour of their family's travels theater show, the Long Shadow Man follows in relentless pursuit, seeding destruction in his wake. Ultimately, time, magic, and legacy must collide, erupting in a powerful conflagration to determine who gets to remember the past and craft the new future. An enchantment adventure illuminated by Jewish myth and adorned with lyrical prose as tantalizing and sweet as something berries. Thistlefoot is an immersive modern fantasy saga by a bold new talent. Ugh. That was a mouthful. What did I just read? I don't even know. So it's a retelling of like a Jewish mythology. Interesting. Okay, next we have, so this is a thriller. The Family Game by Catherine Steadman. Quick take. The rules of the game may be simple, but when your shady in-laws are up to no good, making it out alive is anything but. Good to know. Fast read, family drama, creepy, buzzy. Harry is a novelist on the brink of stardom. Edward, her husband. Is her name Harry? Edward, her husband-to-be, is seemingly perfect. In love and freshly engaged, their bliss is interrupted by the re-emergence of the Holbecks, Edward's eminent family and the embodiment of American old money. For years, they've dominated headlines and pulled society strings, and Edward left them all behind to forge his own path. But there are eyes and ears everywhere. It was only a matter of time before they were pulled back in. After all, even though he's long severed ties with his family, Edward is set to inherit its whole. Harriet, okay, that's her name, so it's like a nickname, is drawn to the glamour and sophistication of the Holbecks, who seem to welcome her with open arms, but everything changes when she meets Robert, then an inescapably magnetic head of the family. At their first meeting, Robert slips Harry a cassette tape, revealing a shocking confession which sets the inevitable game in motion. What is it about Harry that made him give her that tape? A thing that has the power to destroy everything? As she ramps up her quest for the truth, she must endure the Holbecks' savage Christmas traditions, all while knowing that losing this game could be deadly. So it is set around Christmas. Interesting. Okay, next we have young adult fantasy, I presume. Foul Lady Fortune by Chloe Gong. She's a repeat author. Quick take. Stay alert. The first imperative in this shadowy 1930s Shanghai tale of spycraft and hijinks where death is ever near. Good to know. Romance, 400 pages plus, LGBTQ themes, and war. It looks like, is this like a series? Because it looks like part of like a fantasy series. And I hope it's not like the second or third series where you have to read the first book. It's 1931 in Shanghai, and the stage is set for a new decade of intrigue. 4 years ago, Rosa Lang was brought back from the brink of death, but the strange experiment that saved her also stopped her from sleeping and aging. Sleeping, wow. And allows her to heal from any wound. In short, Rosalind cannot die. Now desperate for redemption from her treacherous past, she uses her abilities as an assassin for her country, codename Fortune. But when the Japanese Imperial Army begins its invasion march, Rosa's mission pivots. A series of murders is causing unrest in Shanghai, and the Japanese are under suspicion. Rosa's new orders are to infiltrate foreign society and identify the culprits behind the terror plot before more of her people are killed. To reduce suspicion, however, she must pose as the wife of another nationalist spy. Ryan Hong. And though Rosa finds cavalier attitude and playboy demeanor infuriating, she is willing to work with him for the greater good. But O has an agenda of his own, and Rosa has secrets that she wants to keep buried. As they both attempt to unravel the conspiracy, the two spies soon find that there are deeper and more horrifying layers to this mystery than they ever imagined. I'm going to look up if this is a sequel to something, because it looks like it would be a sequel. Lady Fortune. Oh, okay. I was right. It is. But it is not a sequel to anything. It's the first in a series, so at least that's good. Because I know Girl Forgotten is like a sequel, but I never read the first book, and you didn't really have to. But I don't think they were like advertising that it was a sequel. Yeah. Okay, what's next? Okay. Historical fiction. Okay. Hester by Lori Licco Albanese. Quick take. You'll never look at the Scarlet A the same after reading this quintessential New England tale of power and desire. Feminist literary based on a classic, Infidelity. Oof. Isabel Gamble is a young seamstress carrying generations of secrets when she set sail from Scotland in the early 1800s with her husband, Edward, an apothecary who has fallen under the spell of opium. His pile of debts have forced them to flee Edinburgh for a fresh start in the New World. But only days after they've arrived in Salem, Edward abruptly joins a departing ship as a medic, leaving Isabel penniless and alone in a strange country, forced to make her way by any means possible. When she meets a young Nathaniel Hawthorne, the two are instantly drawn to each other. He is a man haunted by his ancestors who sent innocent women to the gallows, while she is an unusually gifted needleworker troubled by her own strange talents. As the weeks pass and Edward's safe return grows increasingly unlikely, Nathaniel? Yeah. And Isabel grow closer and closer. Together, they are a muse and a dark storyteller, the enchanter and the enchanted. But which is which? In this sensuous and hypnotizing tale, a young immigrant woman grapples with our country's implicated past and learns that America's ideas of freedom and liberty often fall short of their promise. Interwoven with Isabel and Nathaniel's story is a vivid integration of who gets to be a real American in the first half of the 19th century, a depiction of the early days of the Underground Railroad in New England, and atmospheric interstitials that capture the long history of unusual women being accused of witchcraft. Meticulously researched yet evocably imagined, Hester is a timeless tale of ambition, art, and desire that examines the roots of female creative power and the men who try to shut it down. Okay. It kind of gives me Outlander vibes with, obviously, Scotland, but her husband goes off to war and then she falls in love with another guy. Same-ish vibes as Scotland, Outlander, but not really, but you get my gist if you know Outlander. Is there another one? Okay, so I'm guessing this is the second to last. Okay, so this is another historical fiction. Jacqueline in Paris by Anne Ma. Quick take. Before she was First Lady or a fashion icon, Jackie O was just a girl on an idyllic study abroad in the City of Lights. Romance, real-life characters, international glamorous. In August 1949, Jacqueline Beauvoir, sorry if I pronounced that wrong, arrives in post-war Paris to begin her junior year abroad. She's 20 years old, socially poised, but financially precarious, and all too aware of her mother's expectations that she make a brilliant match. Before relenting to family pressure, she has 1 year to herself far away from sleepy Vassar College and the rigid social circles of New York. A year to explore and absorb the luminous beauty of the City of Lights. Jacqueline is immediately catapulted into an intoxicating new world of champagne, chateaux, arts, and avant-garde theater, cafes, and jazz clubs. She strikes up a romance with a talented young writer who shares her love of literature and passion for culture, even though her mother would think him most unsuitable. But beneath the glitter and rush, France is a fragile place still haunted by the occupation. Jacqueline lives in a rambling apartment with a widowed countess and her daughters, all of whom suffer as part of the French resistance just a few years before. In the aftermath of World War II, Paris has become a nest of spies and suspicion, deception, and betrayal lurk around every corner. Jacqueline is stunned to watch the rise of communism, anathema in America, but an active movement in France, never guessing she is witnessing the beginning of a political environment that will shape the rest of her life and that of her future husband. Evocative, sensitive, and rich in historical detail, Jacqueline in Paris portrays the origin story of an American icon. Anne Ma brilliantly imagines the intellectual and aesthetic awakening of Jacqueline Bouvier, Kennedy Onassis, and illuminates how France would prove to be her one true love and one of the greatest influences on her life. Ugh. Whew, okay. For someone who reads a lot, I get tongue-tied a lot and stumble over words. Can you relate? Okay, I'm guessing this is the last book. Okay, yeah. This is the last book. It's a young adult, As Long as the Lemon Tree Grows, by Zolfa Katour. I butchered that, I'm sorry. This powerful story tracks the journey to self-discovery and hope of a young Syrian woman whose life is upended by war. Emotional. 400 pages plus, dang. Social issues and international. Okay. Salma Kassab was a pharmacy student when the crisis for freedom broke out in Syria. She still had her parents and her big brother. She still had her home. She had a normal teenager's life. Now Salma volunteers at a hospital in Homs, helping the wounded who flood through the doors daily. Secretly, though, she is desperate to find a way out of her beloved country before her sister-in-law, Layla, gives birth. So desperate that she has manifested a physical embodiment of her fear in form of an imagined companion, Quaff, who haunts her every move in an effort to keep her safe. But even with Quaff pressing her to leave, Salma is torn between her loyalty to her country and her conviction to survive. Salma must contend with bullets and bombs, military assaults, and her shifting sense of morality before she might finally breathe free. And when she crosses paths with the boy who was supposed to meet her one fateful day, she starts to doubt her resolve in leaving home at all. Soon Salma must learn to see the events around her for what they truly are, not a war, but a revolution, and to decide how she too will cry for serious freedom. Oh, okay. So those are all the picks for October's Book of the Month. To be honest, this is not what I was thinking the selections would be. I was thinking, I don't know, more spooky, even though there are spooky books here, but more like of a spooky romance. I guess I was just really wanting Kiss Curse, and I'm bummed. Okay, so horrible lighting now because it's been hours later, but I'm still in the same spot I was. But I want to explain what I meant by like not what I was expecting. I was expecting more of thrillers. I think we got one thriller, and then more of a dark romance, which I said, like, I want a Kiss Curse, but other than that, like that plus like adult dark romance and like a couple thrillers and like horror books, maybe like a dark academia, and like I was just thinking along the lines of spooky season for October. And I do like that we do get some like variety with like not everybody might not be in the spooky season or like celebrate the spooky season, so I like how we did get like non-spooky books, but it was okay. I was kind of hyping up for spooky season books to pick from, but it could have been worse. And it's not the end of the world, but wasn't what I was thinking. Okay, I'm a little disappointed, to be honest, but it's fine. It's fine. But also, if you hear like, or my chair is very noisy and this table is very noisy, so that's what that is. If you heard it throughout the video, I apologize, but yeah. So I'm not gonna show you guys what my picks are, or if I might be skipping this month. I don't know. We'll see. So like this video if you like this concept and want more of this type of video by me. Yeah. So like and subscribe if you want more videos by me, and I'll see you guys later. Bye guys.